Showtime! The Capital G show starts right now.
What's up YouTube, Capital G here, doing another episode of Hidden Gems, and we're going to be looking at Pulling the Rug in this video. For those of you guys who don't know, this card is really old. It came out in the second generation of Yu-Gi-Oh! That is the GX era, all the way back in Strike of Neos. It was a counter trap. The original text said, negate the activation and the effect of an effect monster whose effect activated when normal summoned and destroy that monster. It actually was errated some time ago, 2007, I believe. I didn't even know it until I looked this card up, because I just assumed that, you know, the old text was the one that we're still working with. The new text says, negate the activation and the effect of an effect monster whose effect activated when a monster was normal summoned, even itself, and destroy that effect monster. So initially this card was mainly used against monarchs, considering they all triggered when their tribute summon, which of course is still considered a normal summon. And it was really good against perfect circle monarchs too, like that variant of monarchs, because you know, they had monarchs and then they ran Stratos as well, which is another card that you could easily kill with it. But right now, I think that this card seems really good, because you can side it in against pretty much any deck in the meta. And that's because we have so many decks right now that run based on, you know, Stratos like trigger effects. If you just look at the searchers, you know, the monsters that you normal summon and they have the Stratos type ability, you've got, you have S-Knight DENEB, you've got Prophecy Blue Boy, aka Captain Tashiro Hitsugaya from Bleach, you've got Batteryman 9 Volt, you've got Madoche Magellan, you've got Trap Tricks Mermilio. But then you can even move on to the cards that, you know, when you summon them, they get to dump something in the graveyard, or they special summon another monster, like Tour Guide from the Underworld, Mathematician, S-Knight Altair, S-Knight Vega, S-Knight Unu. Basically, every single, like, S-Knight monster you can use Pulling the Rug on and kill it, or Armageddon Knight. And then, of course, lastly, we still do have those pesky tributes, because, you know, tribute summoning is still kind of relevant, because, you know, like Shadows and Burning Abyss, sometimes they'll side into tribute monsters. So you've got cards like Caius or Batteryman Charger. Both of those guys, when you tribute summon for them, they try and trigger an effect. Thus, you can use Pulling the Rug. And a lot of people might prefer to use, you know, Floodgate cards against these decks, like, you know, Burning Abyss or S-Knights or Madoche or something like that. Batteryman is another good example. The reason I like Pulling the Rug and the beauty of it is, number one, it's a counter trap. So it's just incredibly that much more difficult to stop, unlike Floodgate cards, which most of them are continuous traps. Your opponent can just respond with an MST or, you know, a Phoenix Wind Blast or a Geki Break, you name it, whatever. And then the second, this actually kills the monster, which means that if you look at it in the sense that your opponent probably wasted their normal summon, they now have little to no field presence, so you can get to their life points a lot easier. And I mean, if you've got Light Imprisoning Mirror, your opponent can still attack with their S-Knights, so it doesn't actually get rid of the monsters, the Floodgate cards. And, you know, that's all based on the old text. With the new text, this card actually got better. I didn't even realize it until I looked at this and started to, you know, think about doing a video. I'll give you guys an example. Let's say, for instance, your opponent has King Tiger Wengu up. I know that's not a commonly played card, but let's just say, for argument's sake, your opponent has it, and then you summon S-Knight Vega. Okay, well, you can actually use Pulling the Rug on the King Tiger, because King Tiger tries to activate his effect when Vega was normal summoned. Thus, you'd be able to destroy the King Tiger. So, you know, you don't even have to kill the monster that was normal summoned. You can actually, in certain situations, kill your opponent's monster with Pulling the Rug, which is insane. So, I don't know. It seems like a really good card, especially against Batteryman and S-Knights, because every S-Knight triggers when it's normal summoned. And then Batteryman 9 Volt and Charger is like the main cards in the deck that, you know, get shit rolling. So if you can kind of stop them, you can pretty much just cut the head off the snake. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching as always. If you have any ideas for hidden gems, leave that in the comment section below.
Subscribing makes life happy.